Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Steelers going up against the Browns. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. These two teams, Pittsburgh and Cleveland, this is the oldest rivalry in the AFC. Also, one of the most lopsided in recent years. The Steelers have won, hard to believe, 30 of the last 34 meetings, 8 of the last 9. Meanwhile, the Browns, against all competition, have lost their last 12 straight openers in NFL record.
So this means this is going to be a mismatch again, right? Well, on paper, it appears that way with Pittsburgh going to the playoffs yet again in 2016. There's a new air of optimism in Cleveland. Had an excellent offseason, a tremendous draft. They think they're on the uptick.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. DeShone Kizer, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
And what an intriguing mix of arm talent, ability to run the football, and moxie is DeShone Kizer. He has everything you're looking for in a starting quarterback in the NFL. Just has to prove it now by being a consistent player.
Kizer now to throw on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter of attack then going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it being in college and worrying all offseason about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On second down, here's Crowell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now it's Crowell running right. Got some real estate inside.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Steelers going up against the Browns. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. These two teams, Pittsburgh and Cleveland, this is the oldest rivalry in the AFC. Also, one of the most lopsided in recent years. The Steelers have won, hard to believe, 30 of the last 34 meetings, 8 of the last 9. Meanwhile, the Browns, against all competition, have lost their last 12 straight openers in NFL record.
So this means this is going to be a mismatch again, right? Well, on paper, it appears that way with Pittsburgh going to the playoffs yet again in 2016. There's a new air of optimism in Cleveland. Had an excellent offseason, a tremendous draft. They think they're on the uptick.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. DeShone Kizer, the former...
He's only 12-11 in his career at Notre Dame as a starter, and that scares some scouts. But others still see the intriguing mix that is DeShone Kizer, a guy who can throw the ball, make any throw you're looking for, and, of course, escape pressure with his legs as well.
Here we go! Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
Again, it's Crowell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Hurry up, let's go. Hurry up, let's go.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll go again with Bell. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
Here's a former 1,000-yard rusher, Stephen Ridley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to the ground. It's Ridley again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On the give, this is their fullback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Kaiser to the right side and complete to Njoku. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
David Njoku, nearly 17 yards a catch in college. Those are wide receiver numbers.
Yeah, went to Miami. Brad Kaya was his quarterback. They were a really good combo. Also, how about the wingspan of the young rookie? 35 and a quarter-inch arms.
Quarterbacks love that. That catch radius, huge. And what he does after the catch, really impressive.
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 77 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. An update from Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. To return, it's Cam Sutton. The Steelers making their way out. And, you know, Charles, if you believe in linear progression, could be a super season in the Steel City. 4 years ago, they didn't make the playoffs. 3 years ago, they lost in the wild card game. 2 years ago in the division round, and last year in the AFC title game. So if form holds, could be your AFC champions in February.
Wouldn't that be something? What kind of progression is that?
Linear.
Yeah.
But someone told me that. I'm not taking credit for it.
Well, we're going to roll with it, aren't we? Because I agree with you. This is a team that was in the playoffs last year. They went in and drafted T.J. Watt, an outside linebacker who could rush off the edge out of Wisconsin to give them a little more pop on defense. Then the offensive side of the ball, we're all rooting for James Conner, the rookie out of Pittsburgh. Battled back and beat cancer. Now he's trying to beat up people in the NFL.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent. They could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. That one goes for 24 yards.
And Martavis Bryant back in the fold, which delights not just himself, but, of course, his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. This guy, he can do it all, Brandon, able to go across the middle and stave off contact and make catches.
Sat out last year, as you're alluding to. Year before, though, 50 catches, 765 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run at Stephen Ridley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
that throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 8, but it's not enough. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
On the return, Jabril Peppers. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it again with Crowell. Had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Ridley. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 34 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I liked it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and with them so many facts we can hit on, but unfortunately not many good. 9 consecutive losing seasons, 4-28 the last 2 years, 26 starting quarterbacks since coming back in '99. Only one of 2 non-expansion teams to never appear in a Super Bowl. You get the point, so give me some optimism.
Well, they're hoping it'll just be one starting quarterback in 2017, someone who will solidify that position for the team. And then think about what they did in the draft, though. 3 first-round draft picks, including Myles Garrett, the #1 overall pick in the draft, a defensive end out of Texas A&M. They're hoping it's a fresh start and a new direction for Cleveland.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. The handoff, running left, Crowell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, 57 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. They've gone to the 2nd quarter in Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Again, it's Bell. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is Ridley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control him. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the counter, here's Bell. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's got some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They run with a former Michigan man. This is Fitzgerald Toussaint. And a short gain down to about the 33. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And ready now for 2nd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 15. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Jesse James, 10 catches, 131 yards in the Steelers' 2 playoff games last year. A more than reliable tight end, a guy who can create big-time plays downfield. But let's face it, partner, you love calling that name in a game, don't you?
I do. But as we saw right there, he's really reliable on 3rd down, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Jesse James.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. The Browns are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Steelers won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Crowell's going to bust out into open space, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score as they take a 7-0 lead. 1st and 10, Roethlisberger's on point with the throw, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Steelers up now by 2, about halfway through the second. Coleman's got nobody around him on the catch, and this play goes for a score. They go ahead by 5.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Andy Dalton with 2 first-half touchdown passes. They start things on first down with Toussaint. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the number 1 pick as he gets him behind the line.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger will throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Boswell for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Kaiser in the Browns offense. And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question.
It is a good question, isn't it? Remember the time we spent with them in practice beforehand and had that little twinkle in his eye where he thought, hey, we can get some bombs in this game. We can get deep, and that's exactly what's going on. But I don't think he thought if they could do that they'd be on the losing end.
They might need more of this air raid attack. They begin with a run by Crowell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Arthur Moats coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Still first down.
The give is to Bell, and he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A give to Bell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Bell pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second down, Kaiser. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
They'll run with Ridley. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Space to run past the 20. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
First down, Kaiser. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, show their numbers back to the quarterback when they sit down right there. That should be pitch and catch.
A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Kaiser on first down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Remaining here on second down. They'll throw again. Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, 32 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. As they run the counter play. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. And the play clock's running down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. And the Steelers set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Here we go. 30.
Now Roethlisberger. James has it. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
3 down. 3 down.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Now Bell, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Back to throw. And he's got it.
Holding offense.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And his kick is good. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals that wound up winning that one. Andy Dalton, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. Back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. So now this game hinges on the right leg of Andrew Franks. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Browns are going to win the football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Browns, they can breathe.